Kind of top tips for security whilst collaborating. So the first one is the obvious one, is always use a secure platform. So on Zoom, there's a padlock and the word's encrypted at the top bar if we're using an encrypted chat. If you're not using encrypted and it's a public chat, anyone can drop into that. It's a simple tick box when you set the chat up, but if you don't see it, you're not encrypted. On Teams and Skype, all those chats are encrypted by default, the same with WhatsApp. It's just about using the right platform for the right thing. Secondary to that is use the lobby function on all of these platforms and have a password protected meeting. So the lobby function really is important when we talk about having people that are not necessarily part of your business joining in, because you want to keep them separate. We don't want them to jump straight into an active meeting and join when maybe you're mid-conversation about something that maybe is about the meeting you're about to have. Use the lobby function to pre-buffer the meeting and introduce everyone at the same time. That ties in really nicely to my next point, which is always have a start and an end of a meeting. And what I mean by that is not the hello and goodbye. What I mean is use of rooms. When you set up a chat on Zoom or on Teams, it can go all day. It can either be in your personal meeting room, which is a space that belongs to you as a user on that platform. And every time that you use it, you jump into the same room with the same password, the same setup, and it just works. But this means that anyone else that drops into that session using an old link that you sent them 3 weeks ago can still get back into that room because it's your personal room. It's always set up the same. What you should do is set up bespoke chats for bespoke reasons. This will then lock those rooms off and mean that only the people that are invited will join for that time period. And once you end that meeting at the very end of it and you say goodbye and everything's done, it closes that meeting down and no one's going to jump in with expired invites. I talked about recording as a positive thing. Now on the flip side, anyone can record inside Teams or Zoom. There's a button to record the meeting. You can actually turn that feature off. And if you're having a meeting that's sensitive in any way and you don't want users to be able to record it, make sure you're turning that feature off. Likewise, if you don't want people sharing documents inside that meeting, turn that feature off. When you set the meetings up, you have all these options. Dial in the meeting space for what you need, not what is there for default. When you're sharing anything, like we're sharing this presentation to you now, the most important thing is to make sure that we're really clearly looking at what we're sharing and we're clearing up our workspace before we do it, because it only takes 2 seconds to make a mistake and share the wrong window or the wrong experience, and suddenly someone's seeing intellectual property they shouldn't be seeing, they're seeing HR documents they shouldn't be seeing. So really be careful. When we do screen share, I always recommend you close any windows you don't need, because if it all goes wrong, at least you're only going to show them your desktop or something that's not going to be business critical. And the final one is think about your surroundings when you're video calling. In the background of this shot, we've got Joe Exotic, probably not what you want to be showing in a meeting. All of these apps have the ability to either blur out your background or replace them with a bespoke flat image. If your office space that you're working from home has, information around it, pictures of your children, things you don't want to share with anyone that's in that meeting, use these functions. It's about making you feel secure as much as it's about making the meeting focus. Because if you haven't got this background on and you've got a window behind you and there's cars driving or there's people coming to your front door, whatever it may be, people are going to be distracted by that. So keep it nice and secure, nice and safe, and nice and focused.